Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Amanda. I help lesbians lose 20 plus pounds and keep it off for good. In this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between motivation and discipline. I feel like this is a topic that comes up quite a lot, and I hear things like, I just can't get started. I start and then I fall off track, and I just can't seem to find the motivation. So I do want to describe the difference of the two and give you some tips at the end of the video on how you can kind of power through all of this, and what I would kind of do if I were you. So we're going to hop right into it. So I just want to, tell you guys or explain to you guys what the difference between motivation and discipline is and why they really are distinct and different, and why you shouldn't lean on motivation to start your journey, because it's really just an emotion at the end of the day. So what is motivation? Motivation is the desire to take action. It's what gets you started but is unreliable. So if you take that a little further, motivation, if you're waiting for it, it might never come, one, and you might never start your journey. You might be that person on the sideline just waiting and waiting and waiting. Years go by. You might be in the same place, or even worse. You might have gained weight. You might have put on another 30 pounds a year later, and you've been like, I'm just waiting for the motivation to come and sweep me off my feet so I can get started on my weight loss journey. But to be honest, it's not going to happen. A majority of people that I work with and deal with, they don't wait for motivation to come because they've realized it's most likely not going to come, and if it does, it's going to come in waves. You're never going to be motivated 100% of your weight loss journey or your fitness journey in general. Think about it. Are you motivated every day to go to work? Do you wake up saying, oh my God, I can't wait to go into work and deal with these grumpy people? No. There are days where, don't get me wrong, you probably love going to work. You like seeing your coworkers. You like doing the work that you're in. 100%, but there are probably days where you don't have the motivation to go, but you still go, and that's where discipline comes in. So what is discipline? Discipline is the consistent action you take regardless of how you feel. It's a habit, not an emotion. So like I said earlier, emotion is something that is related to motivation, but discipline is connected with habit. Discipline is what you do when no one's looking. It has to do with integrity. What do you do when no one's watching you? Do you still show up for yourself? Do you still make time for the gym? Do you still do the things you say you're gonna do? It's what is basically what you do, what it takes, no matter what's going on in your life. So through the ups and downs in life, you're still showing up for yourself. Yes, there's going to be times where you fall off, expecting you to be perfect, but throughout majority of the time, 80 to 90%, you are doing what needs to get done no matter what shows up in your life, and that's discipline. So a lot of people think that they need motivation to lose weight. They need motivation to get started, to get into the gym. That is not the case. What you need is you just need to start. You need to take action, and through that, you'll get motivated. But through that motivation, you're also building the discipline that builds the habit for you to keep showing up for yourself no matter what gets in the way. So, why does motivation fail? One, it's unpredictable. Motivation comes and goes, like I said. It's basically like a wave. You cannot build a lifestyle around waiting for motivation to hit. So imagine you only worked out when you had motivation. You would never build muscle. You would never get in shape. You would never accomplish the things you wanted to accomplish, even outside of the gym and fitness. Imagine saying you wanted to start a personal development journey, maybe reading a book, but you only did it when you only had motivation. You would be lucky if you even finished a book during the year. So the next thing, it's tied to emotions. You're going to be tired, you're going to be stressed, you're going to be busy. Motivation is going to disappear in those things. Your kids are going to be, saying, I need to get to sports practice, or I have this event at school, or, your partner is, having this going on and they need your support with that. That's when discipline comes in and carries you through these times. This is when you step up and rise to the challenge and go back to the habit, the thing that you've been building all along, and you push on, you carry through. So don't allow motivation to be the reason why you're doing something. And the last thing is, it's often overrated. People think they need motivation to start, but the truth is you just need to take that first step. Action creates momentum, not the other way around. So for me, going back to joining the military, if I would have let motivation come and finally decide to smack me in the face to join, I could tell you right now I would never have joined. I needed to just take that leap of faith by taking action. I needed to show up to the recruiter's office and sign the paperwork. I needed to show up to the MEPS office and get my physical done. I needed to then show back up at MEPS to get on a plane to get to Texas to go to boot camp. And then for 8 weeks straight, I had to take action no matter how I felt to graduate boot camp so that I could be an airman in the military and live out my dream. So every step of the way, I was taking action. Believe me, there was no motivation in fucking boot camp. There was none. So if I would have said, oh, well, hopefully tomorrow I'll wake up with some motivation, that would never have happened, and I would have just flunked out and said fuck it and been a civilian again. So it's totally overrated. So don't let that be an excuse to why you let 2025 go by and you do nothing at all. You just sit there and you're waiting and waiting and waiting. The best thing you can do is take action. Action will create the momentum, and the momentum will allow you to breathe the motivation and feel good, see change, all of the things you're wanting. But the biggest thing here is action. You need the action and the consistency of the action to create the discipline to give you that momentum. So what is the power of discipline? Like, what does it do? Well, small, consistent actions add up. Discipline doesn't mean being perfect, like I said earlier. It means making small actions and choices every day that align with your goal. It's like getting in a 20-minute walk even when you're tired. So I know some people say, I can't lose weight because I can't find the perfect workout routine. I can't go to the gym for 5 hours a week or 5 times a week. Well, bullshit. I'm calling you out on it right now because I guarantee you if I looked at your history of how much time you spend on social media scrolling, you could find 20 minutes to go on a walk outside. I had a client message me yesterday who, it was raining out. She's in the northeastern Maryland, and she decided that she wasn't going to let excuses pile up. And it was raining out. It's cold. It's fucking nasty in the northeast. And what she did is she took her elevator all the way up to the 25th floor, got out of the elevator, walked all the way down the stairs and across, and kept going all the way down to the first floor. So if you can't, it's just enough with the excuses. Like, if you want this, you're gonna do it, and that's where the discipline comes in. It's finding a way to do things even when you don't want to. The 20-minute walk, maybe adding 1,000 steps every few weeks to your goal so that you can increase your non-exercise activity thermogenesis and you can burn a little bit more of calories, and you can also just get intensive cardio in, which helps with digestion. It helps with a bunch of things. So it's these little small choices that compound, right? It's like people say, if you save up, $50 a month and put it into a stock and let it compound, it grows because it keeps compounding on each other. The more you put in, the more it's going to grow. So discipline also builds confidence. Every time you make a promise to yourself, you build trust in your ability to follow through. This is how confidence grows. So I know a lot of people say, like, I'm lacking confidence. Well, it's probably because you said you were going to start on Monday about 52 times this year. Every week you said you were going to start on Monday and you never did. So you have no confidence in yourself that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. And therefore, how are you supposed to, I can tell you what to do, but you need to go do it. So it's basically agreeing, putting your words into actions. It's doing what you say you're going to do. And that helps build confidence because the next time you say you're going to do something, you're like, oh shit, for a month I've been saying I'm going to show up to the gym, I'm going to track my food, and I've been doing it. So now I say, okay, I'm also going to start reading 10 pages a day of my book because I want to do personal development. You're more inclined to do it because you've seen the positive, the results and the wins outside of what you already said you were going to do and you following through. So 100%, the best way to build confidence is to do things and say things with intention and then follow through on them. And then the power of discipline actually becomes automatic. When you rely on discipline, your habits actually become automatic. You don't waste energy debating whether to act or not. And basically this comes back to discipline isn't an emotion. It's from taking action. So you're not thinking like, holy fuck, should I start the gym this week? It's like, well, I've been doing it for the last 2 months, so why would I stop now? These wins, I'm getting stronger, I'm seeing a change in my body composition, I have more energy, I'm getting better sleep. All of these great things are coming from that, so why would you stop? So it eventually becomes, like they say, riding a bike. You do it over and over and over again, it basically becomes automatic. You might not have rode a bike in a couple months, but if you get back on it, you most likely can start pedaling and keep going. So it's building the muscle, building the habit of doing it, and getting into that routine, and then it becomes automatic through discipline. So here are a few tips on building discipline, because like I said earlier, in my coaching, with helping clients, motivation's bullshit. It sounds great, it sounds cute, it sounds whatever, but it's not gonna get you to where you want to go. So you might as well just take the word motivation out of your vocabulary if you're looking to start a fitness journey, or if you're on one, because it's going to be every few and far in between that you're motivated to do anything. But like I said, you show up to work every day because you have to. You have to pay bills. You have to provide for your family. But when it comes to your health and fitness journey, it's almost like you're looking for the easy way out. You're looking for the magic pill, the quick fix, and that's not what I do in my program. So here are some ways to build a discipline that you can implement today, 100%. So start small. Like I said earlier, if you are working a job that you're behind your desk all day, you know you need to lose weight, but you're like, where the fuck do I start? Start small by just setting yourself a step goal. Look at how much you average in the last week or two and add 500 steps to that. Prove to yourself that you can do that for a week or two, and then increase it. And keep doing that, small steps. It doesn't have to be up by 1,000 every time, even 500, even 200, whatever works for you. Those small incremental steps add up to compound, like we said earlier, to huge wins. Second, focus on the bigger picture. There's going to be ups and downs in this journey no matter what. It's life. That's the beauty of life. You get to embrace the hard times that rise you, that cause you to grow, and to take you on to the next level. So when you're focusing on the bigger picture, when you have those hard days, allow yourself to reflect and think about what's the goal here. Don't allow one hiccup to turn into a month and a half of disaster. That's when focusing on the big picture is important. Because if you're like, hey, I fell off track for a week, and you're looking at what's my goal? My goal is to lose weight. How do I do that? I need to get back on track. I need to get back into the gym, track my food, X, Y, and Z. That bigger picture will allow you to get back on track. Now, tracking your wins is huge as well. There's no such thing as a small win. Anything counts as a win. If it's like, hey, this fucking week has been stressful, and I am so thankful and happy that I got into the gym, or that I even stepped outside and got my walk in, or that I woke up and brushed my teeth. Tracking your wins is huge, because when things get hard, this is why pictures are also important on your journey. Even if it's not progress photos, it's you at the gym flexing. It's you video recording yourself doing a workout. Because as you start tracking these things, like a new PR per se, in 6 months, you're going to be like, holy shit, damn, I've changed. Or I can't believe I thought that was a lot. Like, I'm now doing 50 pounds more. These things are so important because it gives you a reflection point. It allows you to look back on where you were at and be proud of the journey you're on. And I think that's the biggest part. Getting to the end prize isn't the goal. It's the journey we're on. It's the person we become. It's the values that we embody. It's the mindset that we take on that builds into the character we want to be. That really is the whole point of the journey, in my opinion. Accountability is a huge one. So a lot of people say to me, like, hey, I fall off track in 60 days. Well, it's most likely because you're trying to hold yourself accountable, when, I'm not going to lie, coaches have coaches for this reason. Humans need connection. They need people to rely on. That's how we are built. So to say you're going to do it alone and to think that you can figure everything out yourself, I was there. I said the same exact thing. Hey, I'm going to figure it out by myself. No worries. I got this. I'll figure it out. Well, here's the thing. You're either spending time or money. You're either spending time doing it yourself, or you're spending money by hiring someone to help you. So whatever you value more is the way I go. Like, I value my time, and I've learned that over the years of failing. I value my time. So if someone's ahead of me and knows even 10% more than me, and I'm in a situation where I find it valuable, I can come up with the money, and they can help push me along, then yeah, I'm going to pay them to hold me accountable, to get me a game plan, to come up with the best way, the best solution to get me there. And it might not always be the quickest, like fad diets, like this magic pill bullshit, like drink this soup, whatever, but it'll get me there in a sustainable way. Then I'm all for it. And don't let a setback keep you from pushing forward. So don't let one little hiccup, one bump in the road, one failure keep you from pushing forward. It's going to happen. And what I like to tell my clients, the quicker we fail is the quicker we learn. So you're almost better off falling straight on your face than, being afraid to fail. Because the quicker we fail, the quicker we learn, and the quicker we learn from that mistake, it most likely won't happen again. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to experiment, because the best thing in life that we can do, in my opinion, is fail, because it's huge learning opportunities, huge growth, and then we start to trust ourselves more and more the more we fail, because the quicker we are to learn and we put those learning lessons into action. So I hope this video was helpful. If you were thinking that you need motivation to get started on your fitness journey, I hope this video has cleared up the fact that you do not need motivation. You need to fucking get started. You need to take action. Whatever that action is to you, take action. Get started. It can be something small. Build upon that. Build habits. Build a routine, and just fucking get started. Because at the end of the day, you have one body. You have one health. So please, please, please take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, if you're still looking for help, I'm always here to help. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.